Hey everybody, welcome. Happy New Year. Michael Knight, it's great to be here with you, starting off the new year, talking about health and optimal living and all that other great stuff. Michael Knight, Art of Strength, still one of the greatest workouts I've ever done, Art of Strength. It's great to have you here today, Michael, and I'm looking forward to talking with you and many people on your team all week. And what perfect timing to kick off 2022. I thought we could maybe start off with, I think something that many people are always thinking about on January 3rd is, how should I be eating?
Well, Happy New Year, John, and you're correct.
Happy New Year.
It's amazing. I've been in this business for 25 years and things have never changed. I gave you a statistic earlier that by the 30th of January, 94% of the people will fail. And out of those 94%, 41 will even be worse going into the year 2023. And I think the biggest problem is people trying to do knee-jerk reactions, and trust me, when I was 36 and given 2 years to live and I was 336 pounds, there wasn't too many things I didn't try getting to where I am now. And I think the success I experienced was finally finding the right people to trust, not with my diet, but with my life. And, later in the week, they'll meet my nutritionist, Michael Paul, and a few other people who have been very big influencers in my life to get me into the best shape I am at the age of 61. So there's not too many things I haven't done, John, but here I am today, and I'm blessed to be able to go around the country now and speaking and teaching about it.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. There's a couple things based on what you just said I want to talk about. One, are surrounding yourself with the people you trust and mentors and things of that nature. But let's talk about, and I know Michael Paul was supposed to be with us today. He had some technical difficulties, but let's talk about, eating and a plan. There's so many different plans out there, right? There's, I don't even know if Atkins is still a plan, but, Atkins and keto and Weight Watchers. And I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But what are some of the core fundamental things that you walk your clients through or suggest that they do?
You have to do a little bit of research and be patient.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this world. If there was 1,000 diet books in the world and you all went out to get one, they're all going to tell you the same thing. The only thing that works is a calorie deficit diet. That's it. Just reducing your calories. Now, how you want to put those calories in your body.
But what does that mean? I think some people don't know what that means, a calorie deficit, right?
So basically, you're given so many calories, and it's basically what people refer to as a diet. So usually the rule of thumb is take your body weight times 10, and that's your starting point. That would put you in a calorie deficit. Then figuring out how many carbs you need, how many proteins you need, how many fats you need, and sticking to a plan that's sustainable. The problem is a lot of people, what they do is they go so far down easy diet that's not sustainable. See, with Michael Paul, if he was here, he'd tell you the same thing. He will put a food program together specifically for you, not for the general masses, if you wanted that detailed. But some people, they just need to get to the front door. So understanding how many calories they need is the starting point, and then being able to prep those. See, even though I have my proteins, my carbs, and my fat, I still have to meal prep it, weigh it out, and put it in my mouth. So that's the biggest thing.
So let's talk about that for a second. So basically, just to kind of recap, you take your weight, you times it by 10. That's how many calories that's a calorie deficit of what you should be eating in a day. But let's talk about the discipline of that day. But let's talk about the discipline of weighing and meal prep. I would think that that's where a lot of people, I know for me, it just requires maybe not a lot of time, but a lot of mental time to actually do it and prep it.
Well, John, I'll give you mine. So when I first got my meal plan for Mike, number one, it was like, okay, I'm excited. See, right now, everybody's vulnerable. We're all excited to get started. This is a big priority in our life today. But again, we still have a structured lifestyle that we have to change. It's called the change of life. So you're exactly right. So my first 2 weeks, I was, weighing things out, making rice, doing everything, meal prepping. My kitchen looked like a meth lab. And then all of a sudden, life got in the way, and I go, I just can't do this anymore. So I found someone who would cook verbatim for me, and that was Great Savory and Sweet Christy. So what was on Michael's plan, she actually put it on a plan, put it in place for me, and delivered to me at home. I would suggest, John, that if people are going to be successful, to find someone to meal prep for you. There
Yeah.
are so many out there. There's Grace Savory Sweet from, Grace Savory Sweet Christy. There's Rania on Instagram at All About Protein. Here's a great one, John. It's called Icon Meals. ICON. You pick out your meats, your vegetables, your fats, you put out the portions, and it comes shrink wrapped to your doorstep.
And what is it? It's
a big key
Icon
to have
Meal.
that.
Say it. What's it again?
Icon.com meals. Yeah, it's a meal service, but again, done very well.
Yeah. I think
so again, you select your. They may give you 5 proteins. It's say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces of protein. Pick it out. Then you pick out your cups of vegetables. Same thing. Your fats. So there's so many choices. You customize your meal based on those calories. It comes to your doorstep. You put it in your mouth.
Yeah, Christy's been on the show before. Is she going to be on with you this week?
I'm trying to get her on by Thursday. Yes.
Okay, good. This is great. This is great today. So talking about the people, the team you need to support you, the meal prep, the calorie deficit. In our last minute together, let's talk about mindset. Let's just talk about kind of how to kind of recalibrate, how to get back to center, whether it's every morning or through the day to kind of keep going, Michael.
John, it comes down to discipline. And I go back, and the first thing when people come to me, the first question I ask them, what's your why?
Mm-hmm.
And I get a lot of good answers. And I get some ones that are like, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds. And I go, when they say I need to lose 20 pounds, I go, okay, let's do this again. What's your why? Yeah. And what I'm looking for, John, at our age and any age is I have 3 kids. I have a wife. I have a husband. If that why isn't big enough, it's going to be kind of challenging, John. But if you make your why your family, your health, the quality of life, you're going to find discipline a lot easier as opposed to I get to get into my skinny jeans.
Yeah.
So coming from where I came from, where I took care of my mother and I saved my own life, when your why is big enough, you'll be successful. And I will tell you this, John, leading out. My 5 top clients this year that were successful. You'll meet Marcus. He had a heart transplant and 2 kidney transplants. I had a stroke victim with a brain hemorrhage. I had 3 cancer survivors and a guy who was 350 pounds. Those last year were my most dedicated, successful people because they all
had their biggest
one thing common with me.
Yeah.
They were told they're going to die. We don't want to get to that level, John. We just want to get some discipline and baby steps.
Yeah. I love the baby steps. I love the discipline. I'm going to end with a book that I absolutely love on discipline is Jocko Willink, and his book is Discipline Equals Freedom. And the book is great. Every chapter is kind of 2 pages that you lay out, and it's incredible. So of course, people can reach out to you and get on your program for discipline. But this book, Discipline Equals Freedom, is a great thing to have and read a page or 2 every single day. Michael, tell everybody how they can connect with you.
They can get a hold of me at 248-231-3732. Facebook, Michael Knight. Instagram, MKNIG AOS.
All right, good. We'll have all your information too.
Take your time, be patient, because again, when you walk into a health club or anywhere else, you're vulnerable.
Yeah, I hear you. No, Michael, I appreciate it. You'll be on all week, which I appreciate that. And thanks everybody. If you have any questions, chime in. Michael, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for being on this morning and kicking off the new year.
John, have a good morning. Have a great start to the week.
Thanks,
Happy New Year, brother. Thank you. Bye-bye.